This is a shocking, shocking story. And a woman obviously had her life turned upside down when her husband died, but then things got really, really worse afterward. Yeah, Marianne is a young wife, young mother. She is just 32 years old, and her husband, significantly younger, 25 years old, and passed away.
Oh, no. So did he die in an accident?
Yeah, this is
tragic.
Anyway, he he took his own life.
Ugh.
All right. So his name was Liam, 25 years old, married to Marianne, who's 32. So clearly an absolute shocker that, he checks out. He's no longer with us. And if that's not a shock enough, after he passed away, Marianne then gets into his phone and then discovers his whole secret life and all the other women he had on the side and all the...
No.
Yeah, so she said, I didn't think my life could get worse after my husband died. And then his secret came out. And she had a new kid, so she was pregnant. The husband dies. She gives birth. And then after he's gone, going through his things and through his phone, and then discovers all the little secret side action, side rides, all the... Hey, we got to get into the Dave Grohl situation here in a second as well.
That's a big one.
Because that's a mess.
Well, maybe he offed himself because he was, creating a lot of stress in his life for himself.
Yeah, I wonder if we should maybe ask some of our listeners, you ever get shocked? Yeah. What?
No, I'm being sarcastic. They wouldn't be able to call us.
Yeah. Maybe we should ask some of our listeners, have you ever had like this shocking discovery, the discovery of a secret life of maybe former spouse, former boyfriend, girlfriend? What the heck? I'll grab before we get into the Dave Grohl situation, if you don't know what's going on with the Foo Fighters frontman, man, you got to hear this. Because is the wife going to stick with him? I mean, this is not just an affair. This is
deep.
This is it goes a little heavier than that. So we'll get into that in just a minute. All right, let me grab some calls here. Let me just float this. Did you, after the fact, I don't know, listen, if somebody passed away or if you broke up or this was the cause of the divorce or the breakup, if it was boyfriend, girlfriend, did you ever just shockingly discover like the secret life of your significant other, that you thought life was great, you thought you knew this person, and then suddenly you discover a whole secret life? I mean, the deepest, darkest secrets that they were keeping. 800-990-1047. Just like this story, the husband dies, she just gives birth. Young mother, young husband, he checks out, and then goes through his phone and then discovers this whole other secret world. Anything similar with you? Were you ever in a situation where you were fooled that somebody was leading a total double life, a whole separate, maybe even family, girlfriend, relationships, and you were just blown away? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. All right, lines are ringing.
I had a friend who passed last year, and we were trying to get into her cell phone for business types of reasons afterwards, and we're never able to. And part of me was like happy that we weren't able to, because I kind of feel like with this, it's weird. Cell phones, when someone passes, it's like your diary. It's very personal.
All right. So did you have a fear that if you got into the phone, you guys might discover stuff that you didn't want to know?
No, nothing like a secret life, but I just felt intrusive. Like that's where someone's Google history is. It's all your communication. It's very much like a diary. Our phones know us very well.
All right, let me grab Anonymous. Ooh, this could be juicy.
Yeah.
It could be juicy. Anonymous in Plant City. Hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Anonymous, what's up?
So I dated this guy that lived in Tampa, and he worked for a hospital, seemed like a nice guy, had a nice job. He was a recruiter for positions. So a few months into the relationship, he started, I work on the weekends now. I do this, I do that. Well, come to find out that he was working on the weekends, which was fine. He worked at a bar in South Howard, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a totally different name that he went by at the bar. He drove a totally different car than he would drive, like, to his regular job. And come to find out, he was dating all these different girls the same time he was dating me, and just totally lying. It was just ridiculous.
Hold on, where did he keep the secret other car? Where was that? How did you not see the secret car?
So I missed some red flags. He was a 30-something-year-old that still lived with his mommy.
Okay.
And he was a huge mommy's boy. And so I guess it was at his mom's house. I don't know.
How long were you dating this guy before you discovered his whole secret life and a different name and everything?
So about 8 months.
Oh, God.
And it was funny because he kept lying about, I stayed at my buddy's house. So then one day I'm like, driving, and I see him driving in a car, and this girl drops him off. So I looked up this girl on his Facebook page, and my friend requested her on Instagram, and there was like pictures of them for months where he had been dating this girl for months, and ended up he did the same thing with me to the girlfriend he had before me.
Oh, wow.
Like, she had no idea he was dating me. And I'm like, what is wrong with people? They're so crazy.
So how did you discover it?
So I went to his work one morning when he told me, I stayed at my buddy's. So I was driving, and I see him driving in this car.
Right, and you were already suspicious, obviously.
Oh, yeah. So I was like, I'm just going to go by and see what he's doing this morning at work. So I get there before he gets there, and I'm like passing this car, and the car turns in behind me, and this girl drops him off.
Yeah.
So I saw the girl's face, and I looked her up on his Facebook page, and he had been seeing this girl forever, but told me, oh, no, that's...
I wonder if she knew that... Do you think that she knew that you were a side dish?
No. So I think she was, because he met her after me, but he also met me after he was dating this other girl. It's a pattern.
All right, to the best of your knowledge, was it only you two, or do you think there were even more potentially that he was juggling?
No, I think there were probably more.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I hope there was a condom involved.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Always.
Okay, all right.
Some guys just have, they want to conquest a lot of women.
Yeah.
They want numbers.
Yes.
Anonymous,
You can eat it too.
thank you, Anonymous. Thanks for telling your story.
Thanks for sharing.
All right, hold it. Before you go, are you in a new relationship? Did you find some other guy that's not running some kind of secret life racket?
Oh, yeah. This was years ago.
Okay.
And I've been married and in a relationship for 12 years.
All right. Thank
definitely.
you. Have a great day, Anonymous. Let me grab Ron in Largo. Ron, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Good morning. Love your show. Listen to you all the time.
Thank you.
All right. This is a relationship that was in the 90s. My first wife, I divorced her because I found out she was having gotten involved with the manager at the restaurant she worked at. But what I didn't know about until 2 years after getting our divorce is that she was having some interactions with another person before we got married and after we got married. There were 2 occasions where she was pregnant and had a miscarriage.
Oh, wow.
Come to find out that she did something to miscarry the pregnancy because my friend was a different race than me. It would have been, he was black.
Oh, it would have been obvious if she gave birth, and it would clearly not have been your kid.
Exactly.
Oh, my
and
God.
It sent me into a depression because, losing a pregnancy is very heartfelt to deal with. But to find out that she purposely miscarried those pregnancies to hide the affair she was having with someone else.
Oh,
and it was
Ron, that's rough,
Yeah.
Ron. Ron, I'm sorry you went through that.
Yeah.
That is
And
awful.
I divorced divorce was in 97. I didn't find out until late part of 98 going into 99. I kind of basically just went off the deep end, just started just not really caring about much.
Well, Ron, I'm glad you're still with us.
Yeah.
So, Ron, did you pull yourself out of the funk?
It took me until 2002.
Wow. And Ron, you're okay today, right?
Oh, absolutely. I was single I got into a relationship in 2007. We're still together.
Yay.
We have a beautiful daughter that is beyond all expectations.
Well, Ron, that's what I wanted. I want to hear a happy ending, and that's what we just got. Ron in Largo,
Yeah.
thank you, buddy. Thanks for
Absolutely.
calling in. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Wow. All right.
Thanks for turning this up. Positive note on this sad conversation.
I'm glad it ended nicely. All right. So, hey, Andrew, I'll take Tom and I'll take Terry, and then I got to move on here because we got to get into the Dave Grohl situation. Woo! He's in trouble.
Yeah.
Lead singer of the Foo Fighters. Tom in Tampa, MJ Morning Show. You're up. Hi.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. What's up?
So I was married one time before the wife that I have now. The wife now is great, but that's a happy ending for the story. But my first wife, she never worked, and she wanted to go on vacation. So being the loving, great husband that I was, I sent her on vacation. Well, she was supposed to come back, and she met a guy at the bus station, and she didn't tell me about it. She just said, "Don't come get me."
Yeah.
So then I found out about that affair.
She met a guy at the bus station? Did she hook up with him like that day at the bus station?
I'm guessing so.
Oh, are we talking about like the Greyhound bus station in downtown Tampa?
I was in Jacksonville.
Okay, Jay, whatever. Same type of thing, I would imagine.
Yeah, and the guy was a drifter from Cleveland, but it gets even worse
A
than that.
drifter from Cleveland.
She had an affair with another guy before and had called him to come pick them up at the bus station.
Oh, my God. The other guy with so she was having an affair with some other guy behind your back, calls him to go pick her up, and the drifter from Cleveland at the bus station?
Yes, sir.
What
But it gets even worse. Like, over the years, I've found out more and more. There was always like a guy at the house, and I would, trust my wife, and come to find out she slept with like every one of them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. All right, Tom. Thanks
I'm
for the
sorry.
call. I don't think there's a happy ending on this one. All right.
Well, now he's doing well.
Oh, yeah, he's doing fine now. All right, last call. Terry in Port Richey. And if you're just tuning in, had a story about a young woman, 32-year-old woman, and her husband, younger at 25, passed away. She had just given birth. They were having a baby. And then when he passed away, she goes through his phone and then discovers his whole secret life and all the other women. And what a mess.
Yeah.
Terry, final call on this. Go ahead.
Hey, Jay. So this was back in the 80s. I grew up in Florida, and my long-term boyfriend, he grew up in Illinois. Well, while I'm down here, he's writing me love notes telling me he loves me and he wants to marry me and blah, 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 blah. Well, I go up there on vacation one year and find out from my aunt that he was dating about 10 other girls in town.
Wow.
Oh, no.
All
How
right.
are these guys so busy?
Busy boy.
Yeah, so she got a hold of like 5 of these girls through her daughter, my cousin, and had us all sitting on the couch, and I was at the end, and he walked in the door, and he was like, oh, blank, oh, blank, oh, blank, oh,
Oh,
blank.
my God, like an intervention,
Oh,
you know?
double blank, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, double blank, and he walked out the door. My mom chased him down, but anyway, so nobody knew about anyone else until that day, especially me, because I'm...
And you had 5 girls assembled in one place sitting on the couch, and he
Yeah.
walks in, man.
Yeah, I think he was like 17 at the time. We're in our 50s now. But,
Oh, wow. That's
but
a
I do have a good ending to the story because we of course broke up, but we were apart. We both got married to other people, got divorced, and now we are actually married.
Oh,
Been
all
together
right.
for about
There you
15
go.
years.
All right, Terry, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it. Go ahead and click, share, subscribe, all this stuff.